Imagine, deep in the isolated forests of Washington state, there is a mysterious bottomless pit, a hole so strange and unnerving that it has captivated people's imaginations for decades. This enigmatic spot is known as Mel's Hole, named after a man named Mel Waters, the first person to draw the world's attention to its existence. Over the years, various theories have sprung up to explain the hole, from supernatural forces to government conspiracies. But no one can truly say what's happening within this abyss. What is the strange force that seems to guard the secrets of Mel's Hole? Is it a mere myth, or is something truly unexplainable at play here? Today we delve deep into the story of Mel's Hole and the strange happenings surrounding it. So, if you're a fan of unsolved mysteries and bizarre stories, be sure to subscribe to the channel to explore even more spine-chilling tales. Part 1. The Discovery of Mel's Hole. It all began in the late 1990s when Mel Waters, a man from Ellensburg, Washington, made a shocking revelation. He claimed to have discovered a strange, seemingly bottomless pit on his property. Mel, a somewhat reclusive individual, was not one to boast about such things. However, he was certain of what he had found, an enormous hole that seemed to defy all logic and reason. According to Mel, the hole was located on his remote property, far from civilization, and was unlike anything he had ever encountered before. What set this hole apart from any ordinary pit was its depth, or rather, its apparent lack of a bottom. No matter how much material Mel threw into the hole, it seemed to vanish without a trace, as though the pit swallowed it whole. But what really raised eyebrows was his claim that the hole had strange properties. He said that objects dropped into it made unusual noises before disappearing, and that there was a peculiar buzzing sound emanating from the hole. This eerie phenomenon would become one of the key characteristics of the hole throughout its mysterious history. Part 2. The Media Attention and the First Radio Interview. In 1997, Mel decided to share his story with the world. He called into a popular radio station in Seattle, where he recounted the eerie experiences he had with the hole on his property. The host, Art Bell, was known for his late-night radio show Coast to Coast AM, which often featured guests discussing paranormal and mysterious topics. When Mel spoke about his discovery, the listeners were riveted. His calm, straightforward manner gave his story an air of credibility, but the details were so bizarre that they were hard to dismiss as anything other than the ramblings of a man lost in the woods. Mel described how he had dropped various objects into the hole, such as rocks, cans, and even a dead animal, but none of them ever returned. He even mentioned that his attempts to measure the depth of the hole were futile. No matter how much rope he used, he could never reach the bottom. Despite his attempts, the pit remained an impenetrable mystery. His story sent chills down listeners' spines and quickly became a viral sensation. But what made this case even more intriguing was the fact that Mel wasn't the only one experiencing strange events in the area. People living nearby began reporting odd phenomena, including the sudden disappearance of animals and the appearance of strange lights in the sky above the hole. Part 3. The Strange Effects and the Local Legend. Soon, word of Mel's discovery spread far beyond radio listeners. Investigators and curious individuals alike began visiting Mel's property, eager to witness the phenomenon for themselves. Some claimed to have seen unusual lights in the sky near the hole, while others spoke of experiencing inexplicable feelings of dread or unease when they got too close to it. What was even stranger, however, were the reports from people who interacted with the hole. One visitor, according to Mel's account, threw a rock into the hole, only for the rock to return moments later, this time wet and covered in strange markings. Mel also mentioned a curious occurrence involving a pet dog that had wandered too close to the pit and disappeared, only to reappear several hours later, seemingly disoriented and disheveled. As the mystery deepened, people began to speculate about the true nature of the hole. Some believed that it was a gateway to another dimension, while others theorized that it was a man-made artifact of ancient civilizations. Some even speculated that it was a government experiment gone awry, perhaps an underground base or testing site that was somehow connected to secret military projects. Part 4. government involvement and suppression. As Mel's story gained traction, something odd began to happen. Mel himself claimed that government officials started to take an interest in his hole. According to his account, a group of men in black suits arrived at his property and demanded that he stop talking about the hole. They insisted that the land surrounding the hole was government property, and they forbade Mel from speaking about his discovery again. But Mel was not one to be intimidated. He reported that shortly after these visits, strange things began happening on his property. His water supply became contaminated, and his phone lines were mysteriously cut. He even claimed that his car was damaged in a bizarre incident, with no apparent explanation. It seemed as though the government was doing everything in its power to silence him and prevent any further investigation into the hole. In an interview years later, Mel would claim that he had been contacted by several other individuals who had experienced similar visits from government agents. These individuals also had their own strange encounters with holes in the ground or other unexplained phenomena. Was the government hiding something, or was there a more sinister force at play? Part 5. The disappearance of Mel Waters. In the years following his radio interviews, Mel Waters disappeared from the public eye. His once prominent story slowly faded into obscurity, but the legend of Mel's hole remained. People continued to speculate about what happened to Mel. Some believed that he had been silenced by the government, while others thought he had simply grown tired of the attention and retreated from the limelight. Mel himself made a final appearance in the early 2000s when he allegedly called into a radio station once again. He spoke briefly about his experiences, but quickly hung up, leaving listeners wondering if he had truly been the one speaking or if something more nefarious was behind the call. What happened to Mel Waters remains a mystery, and some say that the strange occurrences on his property were not random at all. Was he truly silenced, or did he simply vanish into the shadows, leaving the world to wonder about the truth? Part 6. Theories and Hypotheses. Over the years, many theories have been put forward to explain the phenomena surrounding Mel's hole. Some believe it to be the result of natural geological processes, such as sinkholes or underground caverns, though the strange occurrences reported by Mel and others do not easily fit within these explanations. Others have suggested that the hole could be a man-made anomaly, perhaps part of a secret government experiment or military project. Some even believe it to be a portal to another world, a doorway to dimensions beyond our own. One popular hypothesis is that the hole may be connected to the infamous Hollow Earth theory, which proposes that there are vast, unexplored caverns beneath the Earth's surface, possibly inhabited by mysterious beings. Could Mel's hole be a natural entry point to such a subterranean world? While there is no evidence to support this theory, it remains a tantalizing possibility for those who believe in the unknown. Other theories lean toward the idea that the hole might be an extraterrestrial anomaly, with some claiming that it could be a landing site for UFOs or a place where aliens have conducted experiments. The strange lights and other unusual phenomena reported in the area certainly add weight to this idea. Yet, despite the numerous theories, no one has been able to provide definitive proof of what Mel's hole truly is. Part 7. The Legacy of Mel's Hole. Mel's hole continues to be a topic of discussion among those fascinated by unsolved mysteries. Its legacy has endured despite the passage of time, with new generations of curious individuals visiting the site in hopes of uncovering the truth. But the hole remains as enigmatic as ever, its secrets locked away from prying eyes. Some claim that Mel's hole is simply a story, a modern-day myth designed to captivate the imagination. Others believe it to be something far more sinister, an object of immense power that should not be disturbed. But one thing is certain: the mystery of Mel's hole is far from over, and until someone can provide a concrete explanation, it will remain one of the most puzzling and bizarre unsolved mysteries in the world. Conclusion. So what is Mel's hole? Is it a real geological anomaly with unexplained properties? A secret military site hidden in plain sight? A portal to another dimension? Or is it just a fantastically woven tale, a brilliant piece of modern mythology passed through the crackling airwaves of late-night radio? The truth is, no one really knows. Mel Waters has never been conclusively identified. No coordinates have ever been verified. And yet the story endures, precisely because of what it could be. In the end, Mel's hole represents something deeper than just a physical pit. It's a metaphor for our curiosity, our suspicion of authority, and our need to explore the unknown, even when it defies reason. Thanks for exploring this chilling mystery with us. If stories like this keep you up at night, in a good way, don't forget to subscribe, give us a like, and ring that notification bell so you never miss another descent into the unexplained. And remember, sometimes the biggest mysteries aren't in the sky, they're right beneath our feet.